Bayley recently shot on the state of WWE's women's division. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what she had to say because I thought that it was quite interesting. Look, Bayley and the women's division obviously go hand in hand, and it's not because of what you think. The reason I say that is Bayley has not only been in WWE to see the progression from the Divas era to the Revolution, Evolution, and what I describe as the golden era, but she's not only seen it, she's been part of it. She has had a huge influence on it. You go back to the Sorayas and the Emmas and the Natalias and the Mickie James that really started a movement, and then you go to NXT where it even furthered, where it was the Charlottes, the Beckys, the Mercedes Monets, the Baileys, right? And as time has gone on, we've seen women's wrestling evolve to the point where now WWE, both on the main roster across Raw and SmackDown, as well as their developmental brand NXT, has never been stronger. It's never been hotter, and it's never been more loaded. Think about the talent pool in which WWE has across all three brands. And oh, by the way, talent they are actively training down at the Performance Center that we have yet to see or have yet to see blossom. You look at talents that they have brought in over the last year that will be game changers. You think of what we've seen out of Jade Cargill, the evolution of a Tiffany Stratton, but now Julia is coming in, Delta is coming in, and Stephanie Valker is coming in. Three notable international stars that will make an immediate impact on WWE's product and in its women's division. That is the importance of what WWE is doing. They have fully invested in the women's division. They have fully focused in and made an investment on this division, or in this division, I should say, and within the talent pool that they have. They're also backing up these women with the right booking and with the right matches and with the right feuds. That is what WWE is doing, to the point where they have the most loaded and the best women's division and women's product, in my opinion, in the entire world. It beats TNA, it beats AEW, Stardom, Marigold, you name it, they're doing it much better. And Bayley has seen this, and Bayley has been very, very high on this. Now, she recently sent out a tweet in regards to WWE's Mexico tour, where she expressed her pride in the company's women's division. This is what she had to say. I'm sore. I got beat. I'm exhausted. But I gotta say, I'm so dang proud of our women's division. I've never seen everyone on point at the same time, pushing each other and thriving. Now, this was obviously at a time in which she was still women's champion. This was obviously at a time in which she had not lost the said championship to Nia Jax at SummerSlam on a... I'll get to that in a minute because I did not like that booking decision. Where they're at now, you look at all of the different matchups that they can have, and you look at the evolution of a Tiffany Stratton, for example. She has gone from an unknown in NXT to being pushed and really just getting over because of her character work and because of her finisher, which was the moonsault. And she found her own during that Becky Lynch feud in NXT, in which Becky beat her for the NXT Women's title, and then she won it back. You've seen what she's done on the main roster, where she is fully locked in on her gimmick, and obviously winning Money in the Bank helps her case. You look at her interactions with Bayley. You've seen Bayley not only work with younger talent, but she's also helped establish talent. You look at what she's been able to do, or what she was able to do with Damage Control, bringing back Io Sky, who was leaving the company when her contract expired in the summer of 2022, bringing back Dakota Kai, someone who had been fired by WWE. They bring back Kairi Sane from Japan. they reinvent and really give new life to somewhat of a lackluster character in Asuka who had not been used on television in months. You build up to that splitting of Damage Control, one of the funnest factions in all of wrestling at the time. And you have such a epic feud between her and Io Sky, leading to WrestleMania. Obviously, Bayley, she's had a very strong year, winning the Women's Royal Rumble, going on to Mania, winning this said championship from Io Sky, having a pretty notable reign as Women's Champion. Now, I will be the first to admit that I was not a fan of the decision to put the championship on Nia Jax. And this kind of ties back to Tiffany Stratton, because as of right now, we have it in a situation in which Nia Jax is paired with Tiffany Stratton, right? Tiffany Stratton, she's really kissing up to Nia Jax, pretending to be her friend. Meanwhile, she still holds a briefcase which guarantees her a championship match of her choosing at any given time for the next year because she won Money in the Bank. She's on SmackDown, so clearly she's probably going to go for the women's title. Clearly, she is wanting to get close to a Nia Jax, therefore she knows when is the right time to cash in this contract for a championship match to potentially win her first ever set of gold on the main roster. That is what she's doing there, and Bayley sees that. I would expect that WWE is going to run back Bayley versus Nia Jax at Bash in Berlin. And obviously, I'm going to expect that Nia Jax retains the championship there. I really do think they're building, sooner rather than later, a match between Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax. The only question is, does Tiffany Stratton call her shot beforehand and they just set up a match, which is typically used as a strategy for a babyface in this situation? Not necessarily a heel, which I would expect Tiffany to be at ringside maybe. And when she sees that Nia Jax is out and down or the match is over and Nia, she had a heck of a match, a heck of a beating, then Tiffany Stratton goes ahead and cashes in Money in the Bank, right? But I don't see Bayley winning back the title. I think they put the belt on Nia for a reason. I think it's more than, they just want the babyface and Bayley running and chasing after Nia Jax's championship, and it's better to have a babyface chase than lead as champion, right, and hold the gold. I think it's more than that. I think that's where they're going with that. But either way, I enjoyed Bayley's run as a top star, as the top champion on Friday Night SmackDown. I look forward to seeing what's next for her out of this feud, and we'll see where she goes from there. Let me know down in the comments area below, what do you think of Bayley's comments, and I will see y'all